You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, I told you it only takes one. Players are rejecting Pride Night in Major League Baseball. We talked about the San Francisco Giants, folks, and San Francisco is really kind of ground zero when it comes to the LGBT movement. San Francisco, a super progressive city, especially when it comes to the alphabet mafia. But Christian players on the Giants stood their ground. They refused to actually bend the knee when it came to wearing pride gear. Now, I told you, these sports teams, man, they crossed the line when they started implementing these pride logos into the uniforms. There was actually going to be some blowback, and it was. We saw it a few years back, guys, with the Rays, but wokeness was still kind of really ingrained into this country. But then wokeness got out of control, and the American people started rejecting wokeness. And now these Giants players, they have standed firm. No, we will not disavow our Christian beliefs to please the alphabet mafia. And we saw the other day, guys, that a minor league team, the York Revolution, the players just forfeited the game because they refused to wear the pride uniforms. Yes, folks, pride is dying. It is dying. And when it comes to these pride parades too, guys, a lot of these organizations are going broke. Sponsors are pulling out. They realize, yeah, there's really no money in this for us. So we're out. We are out. But we must talk about the Giants broadcaster. He is losing it on the players standing firm. You guys notice that no players have come out and apologized for putting Bible verses on their hats. But the left is furious, man, about these players doing this. See, they want you to completely bend the knee, and that's not going to happen. So Mike Krukow used to be a Giants player. Now he's a broadcaster. He's losing his mind over this. He is coming out. Now he says that, oh, I respect the freedom of speech of the players. But then he just loses it over the pitchers, standing firm. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. Right over here on Outkick. Emotional MLB broadcaster throws a fit over pitchers wearing Bible verses on hats during Pride Night. Now we have the clip right here of Mike Krukow, and I got to tell you, man, he should have never said stuff he's saying right here. He should have never said this. So let's go ahead and play this, guys. Here we go.
Mike, before we let you go, I did want to ask you about the conversation surrounding Major League Baseball, the San Francisco Giants, and Landon Roop and multiple players putting Bible verses on their hats during Pride Night last Friday night at Oracle Ballpark, and just open the floor to see if you had any thoughts on this topic and this situation.
Well, I do, and it's really, really a subject that is so impassioned, and I obviously respect the right for these guys to voice their opinion. I mean, that's what a lot of men and women gave their lives for these ball players to do. Do I agree with it? Well, no. And I think that once you've lived in the Bay Area for a number of years, like we have, you understand that the strength of this city is its ethnicity, it's its culture, it's the freedom for people and to be able to come to a city and be free. And that's a powerful thing, and that's the thing about San Francisco that I love the most. And I think when you're a player and you come into this environment, it's your responsibility to know just how sensitive this city is in regards to that cultural freedom and religious freedom and just the way that you live your life. And I think...
Okay, he brings up religious freedom. So these players, they said, hey, we're Christians, okay? But these leftists don't care about their religious freedoms. They're just calling them bigots and all this other stuff. Yeah, these people do not care about religious freedom at all. They just want you to bend the knee to the alphabet mafia.
They were in for a rude awakening with the response, and it wasn't just from the gay community. It was from the Northern California community that supports the gay community. This is what has been incredible, the way that the reaction has centered around the emotion that Northern California has for the gay community. Ann Killian's article was brilliant. It was full of outrage. And if you read the comments from the people that had written in expressing their opinion and their disappointment in the Giants players, and it was impassioned, and it wasn't just a bunch of trolls screaming BS. This was written by people that had deep thoughts, and it was well written. It was an educated opinion, and it was something that I think everybody should read when you come on and you put on a uniform and you represent the San Francisco, whether it be in football, baseball, hockey, basketball, whatever. You have to be aware of just how impassioned the people are here. And I again, it is, there is an irony to it. There's an irony to it because the Giants organization is getting dumped on as well, and that hurt me. It hurt me because I saw in 1994 they were the first team to ever take on the challenge of going against public opinion and the outrage of even associating with the gay community. And they openly went out and said, we support the gay community. We support until there's a cure day. We are going to raise money to fight AIDS. We support the community. And they did it with love. And it's happened since 1994, every year, annually. And the Giants were the first team at the ballpark to wave the pride flag. And that took on criticism from around the country. So I just, it hurt me to see that there was criticism directed towards the Giants because of all that they have done to help the gay community. And the relationship between the Giants and the gay community has always been amazing. But what comes out of this, hopefully, is education. We talked about this in my house last night. We had dinner with my son, Bake, his wife, Selena, and their two children, our grandkids, Cohen, who's 15, and Reagan, who's 13. And it was quite a discussion. And one of the things that came out of it from Reagan was, Grandpa, we're always so happy at the ballpark. And that's true. And she said, I'm sad that these guys did what they did. But I'm also sad that the 21 players that wore the hats, that stood tall and supportive of the gay community, they were not applauded for what they did.
It definitely seems like, guys, these kids have been indoctrinated right here. I mean, it definitely seems that way to me. But let's continue on.
But people were really, really responsive to the players that didn't. And it just gives you a perspective of how we think of things and how we look at things. And I would just encourage everybody to just, support the right, support the right. And it's hard to put it into perspective when you have so much emotion and so much love for people who have been pinged at and oppressed, and there was so much prejudice at. The gay community has had to deal with issue as the black community, as any minority community has had to.
Man, I cannot stand it when these white liberals always inject their cultural Marxism in it. They always want to bring black people into the same boat with the LGBT people. It really infuriates me, man. It really, really does.
And if I was a part of the gay community or minority, and there was hate directed towards me, if there was opinion that was prejudiced directed towards me, I would stand tall and I would scream as loudly as I possibly could. And I get this, I do. But I do think that it's necessary that we do look at both sides of this. We respect those that voice their opinion, even when we disagree with it. And we also applaud those that stood tall.
Wow. I want to know whether these players actually say they hated people in the LGBT community. They never said that. These players just vocalize, hey, I'm a Christian. This is what I actually believe the rainbow is. God's covenant with man. But oh no, they consider that if you believe in the Bible, then you are a bigot. You are against the Alphabet Mafia's religion. I mean, guys, these Pride Nights, man, they're on life support. They're on life support, man. I mean, there's like real big time backlash now on these Pride Nights because now they're really forcing the players to participate in this. You know what? He brought up black people, but you notice that in the NBA, a sport that has a whole bunch of black people, they have not made players wear pride bands or anything like that. And these Pride Nights, you know, it's still, some of them still going on in the NBA, but they haven't got to the point to where they said, all right, the numbers on your uniform are actually going to be in rainbow colors. I think you would actually have players, you know, vocalize, you know, unless they're cowards, that, hey, I don't want to be a part of this. But we have to see what happens, man. I don't know if the NBA is going to get to that point. Maybe the Warriors actually do. You know, they're in the Bay Area right there, and the Warriors, super woke. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. Welcome to blackwhitenetwork.com. School is out. We're running a sale, 17% off everything in the merch store, guys, including our new Freedom shirt that is normally $29.97, but you get 17% off, including hats also as well. Our best-selling shirt is our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition with the America 250 flag on the back. We're getting close, guys, to the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. We also have other merch in the merch store, including hoodies, zip-up hoodies, hats, America 250 hats at that. Other merch as well. And don't forget to become members, guys. $10 a month. You sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can also save money by getting the annual plan. We do appreciate it. You can donate directly on the website. $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.